guys. So I just wanted to pop in here and give you guys an update on the past 2 months where we have been stuck in Mexico, locked down, quarantined because of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, as van lifers, staying put in one place is not ideal, but we've made the best of it. And I want to give you an update on what's been going on. So as you may know, if you've watched some of our previous videos, when we first came into Mexico, it was early January. And then in early March, you started to hear the coronavirus, rumors or whatever you want to call them. So mid-March, we knew it was time to do something and prepare while we were here in Mexico. So we picked a little city in the state of Oaxaca. The town is called Puerto Escondido. We came here and we decided that the best thing for us to do would be rent an apartment, move out of our van, so we were stationary. And we wanted to do that for several reasons: to respect the Mexican government's regulations, to be as safe as we can for us, and to not be traveling around and respect the Mexican people and follow all the social distancing guidelines and be as conservative as we can, because we're visitors in this country. So we've done that. We feel good about how it's worked out. And here's an update on what's been going on. So, we moved into this apartment, and the first thing that I think we'll tell you about is, if you've watched our Mango Madness video where we made tons of yummy recipes and had a cook-off challenge with our neighbors, then you met Megan and Matt. They were here in this apartment complex with us. They're travelers also. Well, since that video, sad for us, but good for them, they have gone home. They've gone to Megan's brother's house in Portland, and from there, they're working their way back to London where Matt's kids are. So we wish them well, and we have no doubt that we will see them in the future. We dropped them off at the airport. It was a sad goodbye. We miss them terribly. But when you go through something like a quarantine, lockdown, stuck in a foreign country, you're friends for life. So whether you guys like it or not, you're stuck with us, and we're gonna come find you somewhere in the world. So that's the first update. Matt and Megan have left, and we are now here by ourselves in this apartment complex. And I know you've seen footage of this little place, and it's beautiful because I'm showing you some of it now. But what we haven't told you about is the staff that's here. They're great. There's Alejandro, he's the gardener and the handyman. He is a man of few words, but he's always smiling and as sweet as can be. There's Mar, who's here almost every day, not quite every day, but she's here almost every day, just keeping things running smooth. Cindy, who manages the place, pops in from time to time. She definitely pops in when rent is due. And then there's Susie. Susie has been here every day that we've been here except for Sundays. She works Monday to Saturday. They are on half days because we are the only ones here, and things are slow. So she leaves around 12 or 1. But she's amazing. She keeps us running smooth. She helps us with problems. She makes sure we have drinking water. She's just a great, great person and a sweet personality. And watch this, guys, because she even showed Curt how to open up a coconut. Now, I challenged him in the future somewhere down the road, because we do have a machete in the van, for him to try to replicate this, because I don't think he could ever do it as good as Susie did. My money will always be on Susie, but that was pretty cool that she showed us how to open up a coconut. So the staff here has been great. And last Friday, Curt actually cooked them a traditional Southern barbecue American lunch. And we felt good about being able to give a little bit back to them, because they've been so kind and welcoming here to us. So we have enjoyed that. Another thing I want to update you guys on is our cats. If you followed our whole series, you know that we have 2 kitty cats, Vanna and G Money, and they have not been in several videos lately because there's not much that's going on. But I will tell you, they get their walks. They love this place. There's lots of birds and noises and the breeze, and they have room to spread out, and they are enjoying that. Now, speaking about room to spread out, as I'm showing you the kitties doing some more walking, I will tell you that when we first moved in here, we moved downstairs into a little efficiency suite. Just one room, small little kitchen, little bathroom, just room for a bed and a chair. Well, since then, we've realized we're going to be here for a little bit longer, so we moved into an actual 1-bedroom apartment. The same complex, we just moved upstairs. We have a bigger kitchen, which is awesome, and a nicer place, and we have a deck, which is up in the treetops, which is amazing, because this place is covered with birds. And we love wildlife. You know that if you follow us. So we get to come out and have a cocktail on this deck, watch the birds. We even picked up a hummingbird feeder, and now we have hummingbirds coming to visit us every day. And we have some local squirrels who come to this tree right outside our kitchen window, torment our kitty cats by eating nuts right there in front of them. But it's helping to pass the time, and we're enjoying that for sure. So another thing that we've been doing is Curt gets to ride his bike every single day. I don't go with him every day, maybe a couple days a week, but every morning he gets up and he goes on a bike ride. So he's able to get these shots right here that I'm showing you now and show you the city, what it looks like as it's closed down. Now, we have no idea what this place looks like when it's running at full speed, but it is a tourist town. It's one of the best surfing destinations in the world. So we're anxious to see what it looks like as it starts to open up. But for now, this is what it looks like, and he enjoys those bike rides. And part of the social distancing guidelines here in our community is you can walk and you can ride your bike. If you get within 6 feet of people, you have to wear a mask and you have to practice social distancing. And almost all businesses, except for the necessities, are closed. But bike riding is allowed, and we are taking advantage of that. So while Curt has been taking advantage of riding that bike like crazy all over town every single day, he's been putting some wear and tear on it. And he came home one day with a flat tire, which is a problem when everything's closed down because of the pandemic. But Susie came through. She picked up the phone, called somebody. They were here that same day. They repaired the bike tire in no time. They even noticed that our front tires on the van needed to be rotated, which we are aware of is something we need to get done. We were just going to deal with it when the pandemic was over. But they, on the spot right there that day, just rotated our tires. They had everything they needed to do it. They did it right there. We didn't have to take it into a shop. It was very affordable, and it was pretty awesome. So another thing we've been doing is we've been working on our Spanish. Now, you may know we signed up for Spanish lessons when we first got here. We were going to a school a couple of blocks away, but the pandemic, of course, closed that school down. So now we have a Spanish teacher. Her name is Angie. She comes here. We meet her downstairs, and we do our class twice a week across the ping pong table. So we're plenty distance apart. We're doing it safely. We're able to continue to learn our Spanish. She's able to still have some income, which is good for her. So it's working out really well. I will tell you that Curt is picking it up better than me, which is aggravating me like crazy, but it is what it is. I do think I could probably read it and write it a little bit better, but when it comes to comprehending it and speaking it, he is moving along a little faster, but we're both making progress. And I have no doubt that by the time we leave here, we'll both have a very strong foundation and be able to communicate and continue to work on our Spanish as we move south towards Argentina. So that's pretty cool. And Angie has been wonderful. She's not only our Spanish teacher, she has become a friend. And that came in really handy a few weeks ago when I had a dental emergency. During a pandemic in a foreign country where I don't speak the language, I couldn't even get a dentist to answer the phone. So she called her dentist. She convinced him to see me. She met me down there. She translated the whole thing. We fixed what we needed to fix right then. It was an implant issue. We made sure there was nothing wrong, really, really bad. And then he sent me on my way. And when the coronavirus starts to ease up and things start to open, I will need to go back for another visit there and get things fixed all the way. But I'm good to go for now, which was a really big, scary thing to do, to have to deal with during a pandemic in a foreign country. But I'm sure glad we had Angie to help me through that. So Spanish class turned into a dentist visit, turned into a friend. So that worked out pretty good. Another thing is my hair. Now, I know back in the States, y'all have been dealing with the same issue that the salons are closed. Well, they're closed here too. And I have naturally curly, not beautiful, wavy, curly hair. I have naturally frizzy, curly hair. And when it gets too long, it literally starts to knot up on the ends. And that is the point I had reached. I couldn't even get a brush through my hair. And my niece, Harley, gave me this special brush that helps with tangles. Harley, I couldn't even get that brush through my hair. So I was very, very desperate. So I'm just gonna stop talking for a minute and show y'all what we did. I just broke the news to Curt that he was cutting my hair. He seemed a little too excited. But all joking aside, he said yes, he'd come out here. He said, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm positive." So I'm gonna wet my hair, get it brushed out. Then we're gonna bring him out to cut the hair. All right, guys, let's go get Curt.
You guys aren't going to believe this. Snow just asked me to cut her hair. Snip, snip, snip. Hope she doesn't regret this.
All right, Curt, just a straight line, right across the back. So kind of to sum that up, guys, we've had an emergency dentist appointment. We ride our bike everywhere. We've moved to a bigger apartment. The cats are doing great. We are getting a little bit of maintenance done on the van while we're here, which is nice. We've made friends with our Spanish teacher, and the staff here is great. They're friends too. We do expect that we will be here a bit longer. I'm going to give y'all an update on the numbers, the latest numbers of actually what's going on with the virus here. So for that, I got to pull out a piece of paper, and I'll give y'all that. These numbers are through May 26th, and the first numbers are for the whole state of Oaxaca. So that's just a little piece of Mexico. There are parts of Mexico that are getting hit a lot worse than Oaxaca is. So we're pretty fortunate about that. But right now in Oaxaca, there are 1,109 confirmed cases, 484 suspected cases, 642 of those confirmed cases have recuperated, and there's been 115 deaths. Now in our jurisdiction, which I don't want to say it's like a county because it's not, it's bigger than that. I'm going to equate it to saying like South Florida or Central Florida or Northern California. It's kind of just a region within Oaxaca, the state. So our jurisdiction is called Costa. And in that one, we're doing a little bit better here, which is good. There's no large cities, just smaller cities in this jurisdiction. So there are 52 confirmed cases, 11 suspected cases, 38 of those have recuperated, and there have been 5 deaths. Now for our smaller area, which I believe they call it a municipality, which I would say is kind of like a county back in the States, we don't have exact numbers, so we just have rumors to go on. And I'd say the rumors say anywhere from 10 to 20 confirmed cases, and that there's been 1 death in this county, or they call it a municipality. I don't know if those numbers are for sure, because like I say, they're just rumors. But when Curt is on his bike rides, he does go out and about, and he rides by the hospitals. There's several local hospitals, so he rides by those on his journey, and there are little to no people there. So we take that as a good sign. And for the future, what we plan to do going forward is we're going to stay put for a little bit, guys. There is no doubt in our mind we will be here till at least sometime in July, because we've decided that even when the government does start to open stuff up, which could start happening on June the 1st, it'll depend on the current numbers when that date gets here, but it sounds like some stuff, if the numbers are staying low, may start to open on June the 1st. We don't know. We'll have to see when we get there. But if stuff does start to open, we're still going to stay put. We're still going to be conservative because we are visitors in this country, and we don't want to put any stress on anything that's going on outside of the walls here of our little apartment. So other than grocery trips, laundry trips, and riding our bike, we're staying put. But even when things do open up, we'll ride it out here a little bit longer. And when travel is safe, we feel like we'll probably still keep this little apartment as a home base for a month longer or so, and make some baby trips in the van, maybe go up the coast and find a nice spot to camp on a beach somewhere for a couple of days. But we're definitely going to be conservative and safe about this. So we will be in this apartment for a minimum of sometime into July. So that's our update. I will tell you that we have our travel series. I've been slowly rolling out travel footage of stuff that we had filmed before the pandemic hit. I have one more video to release for you guys that we filmed back in early March. It'll be the last travel video I have for you guys until we can move about again. But Curt has been doing a ton of work on his Tech Talk series. So if you're looking at building a van or thinking about building a van or just interested in how we built our van, you're definitely going to want to go over and check out that series on our channel. And we're putting out as much content as we can, just kind of giving y'all a real look into what it's like to live during a pandemic as van lifers, and kind of just giving y'all some van life real talk. So we hope you're enjoying it. If you've enjoyed this video and you like our channel, make sure you've subscribed, guys. Give us a thumbs up. It helps a ton. Let us know how you've been handling the coronavirus. I know things back in the States, which is where we're from. So for the whole world, this is a question for you guys. I hope that you're doing well. I hope there's not as much controversy as we see on the news in your area. I know it's tough in some places about opening or staying closed. All I will say is I wish you well. I hope things are going as good as they can be for you. Feel free to let us know what's going on back home. We love you guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you in a few days. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind the scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.